Hi, Daddy.
Hi! Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Intelligent Drinking Game.
As we said before, because COVID is taking everything away from us, we don't have our studio space as of right now, so things are a little bit different. We're crammed in our apartment with a little mini table.
Okay, that you can't even see.
But we're still doing it. We're still drinking and bringing you the enjoyment that you so desperately crave.
Yay! Today, we are going to be talking about Disney.
Dun-dun-dun. So as we were coming up for the idea for this video, we realized that a subsequent video to this talking point would be a versus, Disney fan versus Disney actor. So stay tuned, you guys. You're going to want to like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss it. Make sure to hit that little bell icon to turn on your alerts.
I know he said that in a funny voice, but that's actually a good thing to do so you don't miss that video.
YouTube, mon frere.
YouTube.
But for this one, we wanted to talk about the brand of Disney, the business of Disney, and the impact of Disney.
If you are new here and you don't know how Intelligent Drinking Game works, welcome. Hey, I'm Sam, by the way. This is Ryan. The way this works is we ask a question, and with each question, we take a shot, and then we answer that question. Hopefully, by the end of it, as the harder and deeper the questions get,
the drunker we are.
So the more honest we will be.
Oh yeah, nice. We are doing chilled shooters of the tequila Fortaleza.
It's so good. Let's get to it.
Are you nervous? It's big, but it looks bigger than it is because of the ice.
It looks so intimidating.
I promise I know what I'm doing. You just...
Okay.
Just...
Yeah, I wafted it. I wanted to prepare myself.
Alright, what's the first question?
How old were you when you were first exposed to the Disney brand?
We're not even drunk yet.
I know.
It's good though.
It's good. It's smooth.
Could you tell from, or did any of it even make it in your mouth?
No, I got some of it.
Exposed to the Disney brand, I don't even know.
That's the thing. That's what I was gonna say. I have no idea. Like, I just always remember like Disney being a thing. I watched Disney Junior. I watched Disney Channel. I watched Tarzan a lot.
Yeah, all those movies.
Like, they were already
Lion
there.
King, Beauty and the Beast on VHS. Do you even know what those are?
Yes,
VHSs?
I do.
I guess my answer is literally as long as I can remember. Like,
same.
Because that's what they do. They get you from the very beginning and you never leave.
You never grow out of it. I mean, that's kind of the whole magic of the company. But I also, I think I was just born into it.
And every facet. It's like, Disney Channel, Disney movies. Like, are we going on vacation? Are we going to Disneyland?
Yeah,
like,
it's everywhere.
Every single piece of it.
Yeah.
It was just there. I don't know. It's not like I was walking around talking about Nikes or Procter and Gamble. You know what I mean? It's like, I can't think of any brand or company
or media company
that I was in my life like that. I mean, even like Universal. Like, while I think I was still watching Universal films, it's not like I was like, when are we going to Universal Studios Hollywood? Like, I'm so, it's like, it wasn't so, and I didn't have a name for it.
Yeah, like you liked Harry Potter.
Right, but then like, I remember like their little, the world, you know what I mean? But it's not as iconic as the castle thing, and I didn't look at that and think Universal. I knew that I was watching Disney.
Yeah, exactly. That's such a good point.
Next shot?
Yes.
All right.
Let's see if I can actually do it this time. The next question is, how often are you exposed to the Disney brand as an adult?
I don't know, man. I'm really living my life. Like, it's still got that, like, but it's yummy.
I think you could just look at me and know that I am frequently exposed to the Disney brand. I'm a Disney fan. Like, I'm a Disney adult. Like, I love going to Disneyland. I frequently watch Disney movies for fun. I would say I'm frequently exposed to the Disney brand. I'm not in tune with the Disney Channel anymore. Haven't been for like 6 years. So that's not really on my radar. But Disney movies, like Pixar,
absolutely,
Star Wars, since Disney acquired them. Like, we watch The Mandalorian every Friday.
ESPN.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if I want to tune into sports, I'm...
Disney.
You know what I mean? So, yes, I mean, I think that Disney permeates almost every facet of my life as an adult, as it did as a child. But it's interesting because it's like, if I want to, like, sit down and watch, like, you know, a Pokemon cartoon or a Yu-Gi-Oh cartoon or something stupid like that, I'm probably not going to advertise that on a t-shirt. I mean, Pokemon's pretty like hipster cool now, but it's like there are some things where it's like, okay, if I'm in touch with this like really childish thing, like there might be in some corners of society a little bit of shame associated with that. Disney, it's just not so. You can be a full adult wearing Mickey Mouse on your sweater, and if anything, you're going to get compliments. Even though Disney, I think, is thought of as a kid's brand, or a family brand, it's not even. Because here we are, like, adults.
Adults.
Disney. Ball change.
Step ball change.
Kick splits. Russian. Pirouette.
Fan kick.
Batma.
Tippy toes. I don't know.
Chess square.
Just square. Next question. Do you think that Walt Disney himself would approve of the Disney company of today?
I haven't eaten very much today. That's tough. I mean, okay.
I don't know.
So, like, first and foremost, let's just drop a little bit of tea here. Walt Disney was, like, notoriously anti-Semitic, I think pretty racist. Disney, you know, it's like, how would he feel about Princess Tiana? Like, how would he feel about the many Jewish people who work for Disney?
Yeah.
I don't want to be
like
shady towards him or whatever, but I mean, he's dead, so I don't think he cares. But I wonder about like the way that Disney engages in like social progression.
Yeah.
I think Walt Disney set out to make a company about like traditional family values in the world of entertainment, and I think he would potentially disagree. But he's a dated figure. I mean, that was 60 years ago.
I think he was a person of his time.
Right.
In that regard. If he just like came out of a time machine and saw the Disney today, maybe he would be like, oh my gosh, here are all my prejudices in front of me with my name attached to them.
But then I think they'd be like, Walt, here, take a look at this ledger. And he'd be like, oh, $85 billion?
Great.
That's cool. Like, so yeah, I think Walt Disney is probably stoked on the money.
And I would like to believe that he's probably stoked on the magic of the empire too, on how committed the company is to maintaining the brand, the magic for all ages.
How do you think Disney would feel about the acquisition of the Marvel franchise and just pumping out the same movie 75 times?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, this is the man who invented Mickey Mouse. This is the man who invented the idea of a theme park that revolves around movies you've seen. I mean, this is one of, love him or hate him, this is one of the most creative people of a century. And I'm sorry, but there's nothing creative about buying Marvel and making a superhero movie for every superhero that's ever existed. That's not creative, that's just about making money. And I would like to think Walt Disney wanted better than that.
That's actually a really good point. I agree. I think that Disney would be against a lot of the sequels and trilogies and prequels, and because he was such an innovative and creative person, like I think he would push for originals.
Yeah, like could you imagine if someone walked in and was like, we're gonna buy Star Wars? He'd be like, we already have Tomorrowland. You wanna buy that sci-fi crap?
Sure.
But then again, maybe Walt Disney was just all about the cash grab, and maybe I'm romanticizing him too much.
Maybe, I don't know. It's interesting.
It's probably tequila.
It's probably tequila.
Is
that not intentional?
What do you mean?
Oh, baby. The next question. What is Disney selling?
That's deep.
I mean,
I poured myself such a big one.
I got a little one. It was still nice though. I have always said that I think in 10 to 15, 20 years from now, they're gonna look back, they as in the general population, they're gonna look back at 2010 to 2020 and call it the age of nostalgia. Because I think everything that I've consumed as an adult, entertainment-wise,
is
a remake, a spin-off, a prequel, a sequel, a part of a trilogy. So I would say they bank on reminding people of their childhood. Like in every facet. Like look at Disney Plus now. Look at all of the shows from my childhood that they've revamped. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize I was old enough to have things from my childhood brought back.
Yeah, it seems to me that they're selling the happily ever after. Well, but that's what I want to say. That's what I want Disney to be selling. But they're not selling the happily ever after in Star Wars. In Star Wars, they're selling you Star Wars because they know that you'll take Star Wars. It's like there's kind of there's like these two sides of Disney now, where it's like, we're going to give you Iron Man 70 and you're going to like it, and we don't care that you've seen this 69 times. Hey. We're going to keep giving it to you and you're going to keep watching it, and we're Disney and we don't care. Yeah. And then there's this side where it's like, here's another princess. Here's another fairy tale. You know, and
that hasn't been done before and has this magical element to it and a sweet message. And
so it's like, in that regard, because there is this like beautiful thing, and then there's also this like soulless cash grab thing, it almost seems like Disney's in the business of selling Disney. Disney kind of has this like entertainment hype about them where it's like, we can kind of give you whatever and you'll take it. And whoever else you are, the creators of the world, if you want to be a part of this, we know that you will be.
Yeah.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? National Geographic. Like, we know that you want in, so we're going to take all your money and here's a platform. I think that Disney just sells Disney.
That's so interesting. I didn't think about that. Because I do think like that they are so established. Like you said, like Disney is only going to keep getting more Disney.
Yeah. I think they're in the business of selling themselves, and I think that they know that we'll buy it.
Wow.
My ice. No.
Nap time.
No, finish the video, please.
Nap time.
I want to be done.
Okay. Tequila.
What's the question? I'm going to get mad.
Okay.
No, Sam, why did you do this to us?
Tequila. Why is Disney so successful at dominating so many different markets?
I wish I knew, then I'd be doing it.
Putting my YouTube brain to use here, my first impulse is to say marketing towards families. I think if you market something as family friendly, there is a wider audience for you, and it applies or can apply to any audience. Like, they write these movies in a clever way to where they can be enjoyable and heart-wrenching to adults. I mean, look at Inside Out, look at Coco.
Right, there's a big difference between Inside Out and Coco and like Trolls and How to Tame Your Dragon.
Exactly, even though Trolls did make me cry. Also, How to Train Your Dragon made me cry too. So I think they market to families, and there's something in their content for every member of your family, no matter what age, gender, demographic, etc.
And then I think the final piece of that too, like, how have they been so successful at doing this?
Yeah.
I think it's also, and I mean, I don't think this is any secret about like how businesses do things. Once you get big enough, you can start acquiring everything. So how does Disney corner the market? Well, what don't we have yet? Sports? We'll take ESPN. We want content a little more edgier, a little more risky. Okay, we'll take ABC Family, turn it into Freeform. We want news, we'll take ABC News. You know, we want cartoons, we'll take Pixar. We want infinite action content, we'll take Marvel. It's like, so they, whatever corner they haven't taken, they take it. And I've said this from the very beginning. The second Amazon buys a chain of theme parks or Disney buys a chain of grocery stores, we're screwed, because then one of those two companies literally owns everything. Yeah, it's so wild because I totally lost my train of thought. It's so wild. It was something... Oh. Something about Disney? Yeah, it was Disney. No, to the point of cornering the market, if there's ever a competitor, they just buy it. So I think it's kind of a mix of both. They created family-friendly content to corner certain aspects of the market that no one had. They built such an empire that they couldn't fail, and then they took that massive war chest and started picking off other corners of the markets to do the same thing. This guy, he's smart. And drunk. Remember when I lost my train of thought completely? I do remember that. I also just realized we never made a lightning round for this. But who cares? No lightning round this week. No lightning for Disney. No lightning for Disney. What's it gonna be? The only lightning this Disney video needs is Lightning McQueen.
Ka-chow!
That movie was garbage.
Yeah, I did not like Cars. We have arrived at the last question.
Tintin.
Here we go. Did you ask the question? Is Disney a monopoly?
Is Disney a monopoly? Yes, Disney is a monopoly.
Is it technically?
It's not so much are they headed in that direction, and that's an unequivocal yes.
For all intents and purposes, yeah.
Well, and again, so it's like maybe they aren't technically by definition a monopoly, but are they monopolizing every market that they enter?
Yeah.
Sports, cartoons, live action entertainment, music, theme parks, streaming. I mean, every market that they enter,
Blogging.
they dominate, and eventually that infrastructure becomes so bloated that there is no chance of survival for any competitors. For all intents and purposes of why a monopoly is bad, Disney is one. And I think because Disney can constantly lay back and say, no, see, we have competition, look at Universal. You know, no, we have competition, look at Sony. Like,
it almost puts them in a better position.
It gives this false illusion of competition, but ultimately, the Amazons, the Googles, the Facebooks, the Disneys of the world are going to rise to the top, and everyone else is just going to bleed and bleed and bleed until the people at the top ultimately end up buying them.
Yeah, and it's so wild because hearing all of that, like, obviously, like, that's the truth, and, like, it sounds like...
the truth.
It's the truth, but it, like, sounds kind of evil, but, like, would I also still give my right pinky to, like, work for Disney or with Disney? Yeah.
Right,
like,
and no, it's not evil. It's allowed.
It's allowed, yeah.
If there is no ceiling on companies in this country, which there isn't, and if you can grow as much as you want and buy whatever you want to and spread as far as you can, which you are allowed to do, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't Disney just be sitting up there in their little, you know, do and just counting their fat stacks? Penny.
Fat stacks of cash.
I like to picture, like, just Mickey, like, oh boy, 1,000. Oh. Well, on that kind of bleak note, this has been our intelligent drinking game about the business of Disney.
But look forward to the Versus episode about Disney because it'll be a lot less sad.
Going behind the curtain.
Yes, exactly.
Of the behind the scenes of the magic.
But you make the magic of Disney.
I have made the magic.
You have made the magic.
I've not.
You've made the magic twice, actually. Anyways,
I've made the magic 4 times. My music has been on Radio Disney. I've worked for Disney Channel. I've worked for Disney Broadway. I've worked for Disneyland.
Wow. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed Disney Talk, Disney Business.
Disney Business.
Disney Business.
Yes, I'm Disney Business.
Yes, and Disney Business.
Like and subscribe.
Be sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you guys in another video.
Bye Daddy.
Bye, Disney.